All right, good morning. Sonny Caldwell, working on operations here at the Cedar Creek Fire. I'm going to talk briefly about a few things, then I'll get into what our daily operation will be. To start with, we have a new closure area I wanted to speak to. The closure area is growing a little bit to kind of encompass a little more of the actual area that we're working in, all the way west here on 58 to encompass this, what we're calling our Group 71. And then part of our group 09 all the way up to the 19. It does exclude some of the work we're doing in group 09, which I'll get into in a little bit further in the closure, hard closure, but there will be closure out there as equipment's working. Another thing I wanted to speak to a little bit is kind of our wilderness plan through the Waldo Wilderness. From DP 90 to Waldo, there was a lot of talk of us trying to figure out a way to connect our containment line from DP 90 to Waldo Lake. Well, that's no longer in play in this area. We've decided that's not a viable or safe option. So we're looking at some other options down here a little further south from DP 89 down to the Waldo Lake Road. Those will be better identified in the near future. Moving up into the northern part of the wilderness up here from DP 60 in branch 1, we're looking at a couple different options, and we should have a decision made on that shortly. But one option would be to kind of hit some of these trail systems that go south and southeast to tie into Waldo Lake. And some other options are to look at what you see here with the H going due east, and then maybe another potential option to go north up to the 19 road. And that'll be better defined here in the near future as well. I did want to speak to a little bit to the test fire that we started yesterday. We used a helicopter on kind of the southwest part of the fire, just real small scale, just to kind of see what that would do for us. The test was unfavorable. It did not produce the results we were hoping for in that location, so we're going to give it another try today at a different location, a little different style of lighting. Now I'll circle around the fire and kind of give today's operational update. Up in branch 1, we have Division Alpha Delta. They're prepping the 2417 road to be one of our primary containment lines to the north. Operations are going well there, lots of equipment and people working in there, and expected completion of our preliminary prep is today actually, so that's good news. Division Gulf, I kind of spoke to that a little bit earlier, and we're still developing that plan through the wilderness, whether it's a southeasterly, easterly, or northern, and we should expect to get kind of boots on the ground in the next couple days there. Moving down into branch 2, Kilo. This is what I talked about. We kind of did a change of our plan. So they're going to be looking at figuring out a way to go through this roadless area south of Waldo Lake to the Waldo Lake Road. Developing that plan as we speak. I'll go to Division November. Division November is kind of working that 5883 road system that kind of goes up towards Fuji Mountain. And they're improving that with a bunch of equipment, graders, excavators, masticators, etc., to develop another option as if the fire is to get around us here or go over the 2421. Speaking to Division Tango Whiskey, they're prepping that 2421 as our primary containment line to the south. They have estimated completion of today as well. Doing a lot of good work in there. Coming around, we have Group 71. Group 71's project is to create a shaded fuel break from the road systems from Highway 58 up to the 24 road. A lot of equipment in there. It's kind of a falling operation, if you will. So part of the reason for the closure is to keep our people and the public safe and out of there as all that equipment and trees are being moved, etc. Group 09, I spoke to that a little bit as well. Their operation is from the 19 road to the 24 road. And it's the same kind of deal as down here in Group 71, a whole bunch of equipment, fallers, and crews, creating what we call a shaded fuel break as, for one, a secondary option if the fire is to get around us, and two, a long-term investment to help protect the communities of Oak Ridge. And that is the operational briefing for today. Thanks.